Hey, Darren.
Yes.
How was your weekend,
How
sir?
did I forget about this?
I don't know.
This might
Well,
day.
he forgot too. I reminded him in the driveway. That's one of the ways I made his night.
Got
Yes.
it. I get it now. We're apple picking. So, for those, listen, no, hold on.
All right, go ahead.
Because I have to build. So, last week, as you know, it was my wife's birthday. Happy birthday, babe.
Happy birthday.
She told me she wanted to go to a certain show. And she told me this, and I never said anything else about it, but I secretly planned it with Stacy.
Mm-hmm.
And so I just never said nothing. So we had a birthday Tuesday, and I kept saying, we have nothing planned this weekend. We just have football, soccer, yada, yada, yada. We had planned to go apple picking Saturday. And Saturday morning, I noticed she was super pissy with me. But I didn't know what.
You thought it was just Saturday.
I just started, huh?
You just thought it was another Saturday.
Yeah, just normal Saturday. She'd be upset with her husband. So what I didn't realize was she wanted to do something for her birthday. She was expecting to celebrate it. And I never said anything about what she wanted to do. Mm-hmm. So, which is why I was saying to you guys, she's literally going to stab me if I don't do anything, if I disappear from her. So Saturday we had soccer, we did apple picking, and she had said during the day, I want to go out and celebrate. It's her first birthday where she's not pregnant and she can actually drink.
Wow.
Hold on.
Oh, she's not breastfeeding.
Wow.
Okay. Oh, in a while.
Yes.
Yeah, not period.
Not period, but
okay.
Come on,
a long
Ben.
time.
Come on.
But her whole entire life, every year.
Since 21.
You guys know girls get their period before 21. It doesn't matter. It's fine. Whatever.
It doesn't.
It doesn't
So,
matter.
Drinking age.
Okay.
so Bim, when your lady wants to do something or has the idea and you're just not interested, so they get pissy with you.
Oh wow.
So that's what that was. She wanted to do the celebration thing, and I just wasn't on the same wavelength.
You weren't as enthused.
Yeah, so I was like, oh yeah, I guess which she didn't appreciate. Lexi had to go to work. I had to pick up Lexi, so I couldn't go with her. Mm-hmm. So she's pissy. She's like, I'm going out, and meet me after you're done picking up Lex. Whatever didn't happen. Cool. So now she's super pissed.
What didn't she didn't end up going out?
She went out, but I didn't meet her.
Darren.
Yeah. Well, I couldn't. Well, I could, but when I got home with Lex, I hit her up, and she was just too upset. So she wasn't really giving me where are we? Where am I meeting you? Whatever. So cool. Whatever.
Can I ask what she did? I'm sorry. I'm gonna drag this whole.
She went to El Ninja.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, with her friends and stuff, and it was cool. Have time with your girlfriends. I don't need to be there, but no, they don't want to hear that. You have to come with me. Anyway, so Sunday comes, we have football. I rush her home, and I'm like, okay, we gotta go. We have to go somewhere or whatever. And I end up saying, hey, we're going to this show that she wanted to go to, and the show was called Drag Me to Brunch. This show in Boston, Drag Me to Brunch show, is a drag queen show of some sort. Now, I invited you too.
Why does he have to add this part?
I have to do it because I invited you guys because I really didn't want to go by myself.
Yeah, we know why.
Right?
We
So
did
I'm grasping at straws here. Like, hey, someone come with me. Hey, you.
Oh,
you,
we
sir.
know.
You, sir. You.
And this is why when Bim didn't answer, I was like,
Bim Super Mario jumped over the.
Y'all not gonna pay me like this.
I was like, I'm just gonna act like he didn't see him ask,
Bim-
do you want to come with me?
I didn't see it for real. Ah, see.
Bim was like, boing. Boing.
I didn't see it.
I definitely put it out there with a little bit of information. And Bim was like,
I didn't see it. Whatever, man.
Anyway, so
Yo, I almost spit across the room.
it's true.
Woo.
So we rounded up a bunch of people. We were celebrating her birthday and Stacy's birthday. Shout out to Stacy, happy birthday! I think it's tomorrow. And Dennis, his wife is going, so he has to go because we're celebrating her birthday. So it's me and Dennis.
Got him.
Now, I didn't know what to expect.
Because you hadn't been to one.
I had never been to one. The girls had been, and they were like, it's so much fun. It's la, 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 yeep, yeep, yeep. And this doesn't sound like fun to me, but hey, my baby wants to do it. Who am I to not celebrate my wife for her birthday?
God bless.
So we drove up to Boston. We get there. We have a nice brunch, and it's a nice venue.
Was it French toast or waffles or pancakes?
There was waffles, which were really good. I don't know if they put sugar in the waffles or something. It was really good, Jen.
Okay.
They had good sausage. Pause.
Links. I love links.
It was linked, but it's just not Yeah.
Okay.
Eggs. Well, it was weird. They had all this breakfast food, and then they had pasta, like mac and cheese pasta. And I was like, how does this?
That's brunch, right?
Is it?
Really?
No. No.
Cool. So yeah, so we got
cheese is
there
confusing.
and everybody's excited. Woo.
Wait, I'm sorry. Hold a thought.
Yeah.
Speaking of confusing and mac and cheese, did you know Panera has a grilled mac and cheese sandwich?
Say again?
That doesn't
It's
sound
two
right.
pieces of sliced bread. It's not. It doesn't look right in the picture. It's 2 pieces of sliced bread with mac and cheese in between it.
Carb on carb.
That's what I said. It's carb on carb crying.
Yeah.
Come on.
This country sucks. They
It
didn't even
does.
put like pulled pork or something in there with it.
Nothing. It's a grilled cheese, but with mac and cheese instead of just flat cheese. Because who asked for that, right?
Everybody gonna die. Everybody.
And in the picture, it's 2 of them stacked on top of each other. I'm sorry. They call it a double stack or something. Go ahead. It's some kind of something. It shouldn't be a Panera.
Look at her. She gonna look it up. Go ahead.
She didn't show me the picture. So we got there, and of course, not of course, but there is about
Oh, boy.
97% women
Of
Yeah.
course.
Yeah.
and like 5 guys. Me,
Like, your
Dennis,
math is off, but it's fine.
Whatever. it is.
You
I
did
tried.
it.
I tried. Listen,
It's fine.
95 women were there.
and then 5 guys.
There you go. Now you got
Okay,
it.
thank you. So cool. We're eating, blah, blah, blah. And now Dennis, who is smart, says, I'm going to sit with my chair against the wall because I want to see everything that's happening.
Gotta take it all in.
You have-
Right? But really, it was so that nobody can sneak up behind him.
Stop it.
Right? And you say, stop it, but I'm gonna try to make you understand why that's such a smart move.
All right.
So
I
it
told you.
starts,
What I tell you?
it starts to kick off.
I'm strapping in.
It starts to
Pause.
kick off cool. And clearly it's a guy. You know why? Because Bim, listen, this is gonna be the shittiest description of any of the because I didn't remember this event until just now. So now my brain is like going back to trying to comprehend all of this stuff. I tell you, everybody at the table was like, there were 2 shows happening. There's this show we were watching, and then there's a Darren and Dennis show because Dennis and Darren look like I've been okay. So let's start here. Let's
go.
I've never seen what I've saw. I was flabbergasted on the things
last episode.
that I was seeing. Right? No. Listen, you guys want this? Here it comes. Right?
Hey-o.
I've never seen like men move this way. What happened? You
What
right?
happened, John?
You.
Oh, sorry. I thought you was like a hamstring or something. Charlie horse. I've never seen like men move this way.
And what way is that?
They moved like they moved better than women. Like you're looking at me funny.
Hey, man.
And no, you're right. Yeah, I would look at me funny too.
I'm trying to
Until
understand.
you're there and you see it, like they're doing like the sachet walks. Okay, right. So the first one comes out.
What? Darren never heard of a drag queen?
I've heard, listen. I've heard of it. I've heard of drag queens, but I haven't delved into the subject of it. Like I've never watched. The only one I know is RuPaul, and that's it. I've never seen one in person. Like I've never been a part of this world, Jen. Yeah, whatever. You guys wanted this, and here you're going to have it. Shut up and take it. So. They stop playing music and it's like super diva-ish and they're like the first one comes out. I don't even know what to refer to. Like the first drag queen comes out and like they're playing like all this music and like so the first thing he says is
You had fun doing a podcast because this is the last one.
this is the last one.
Us, Chappelle, we're done. Everybody finished.
So
Well done.
listen, he comes out and he's
Fuck,
to the
fuck.
music and then he's like cameras, just let you know, cameras and flash photography are permitted. And then like the flash happens, and everybody's like, "Ah!" Right? And I was like,
How did he do that?
shocked and amazed, right? So what they do is they play a song, they come out in their outfit or whatever they're wearing, and they're dancing with the crowd and doing all this shit, and they come around, and then like what I mean, like then they're working it, right? They have their wig and they're out their dress, like what I mean, like but they're like they men, like they have men body, like they have strong arms, man, and broad shoulders, like listen. I haven't. You know what it is? I haven't got any of this out yet. I only had a very serious conversation with the wife in the car after the event. Otherwise, I haven't spoken to anyone about this. You guys are the first, so you're getting literally like a dump of drag queen stuff.
I like it. Please.
Cool. So they do the first number and like woohoo, they get on stage and so now there's 2 drag queens on the stage, right? And they both look Asian. I assume they're Asian from the way they look. They're Asian. It's not funny
really
but they're
having
Asian.
a hard time. Go ahead,
Cool,
down here,
whatever.
bro.
But the thing, so as I'm looking at them, like I can see they have cheekbones, they have contacts, they have wigs, and they're doing all this shit with their hair. They're doing all that like shit, right? You know, so it's like okay, like you guys, what I recognized was they're 100% committed to this. Like,
yes,
they are
Have
committed.
you never heard of a drag
No,
queen?
Jen, I've never watched anything like
it's
this.
It's not a joke, bro. It's not a joke.
It is not a joke.
Oh,
like,
my God.
Yeah.
1,000% commitment and 1,000% confident. Like their confidence made it like, wow, like you guys are wow, cool. So they do their first thing. They have like their run. They anybody have any birthdays? Woo! Come up stage and they invite so Clara went up, Stacey went up, a bunch of them, and they're funny. They're super funny. They're like, hey, the librarian table, they're mad quiet, all of the white girls, mostly everybody that was white except for our table. And they were like, oh, that's the people of color table. You guys are all mad loud, ha ha ha. Cool. Everybody's having a good time, right? And so they do little like kind of games and stuff. And like, okay, we're gonna get to the shit. Cool. First coming to the stage from Puerto Rico, blah blah blah. And so the first guy, he had like a hard face.
Damn it, Darren.
Well, he had a hard face, like a chiseled face, but makeup, wig, outfit, right? So they do their first number, they come out, and now, Bim, right? Everybody is going ape shit, right? They're going nuts, Bim. Like when I say nuts, Bim, like they're like, so, because I don't know what to expect.
Jen, this is the best shit ever.
This is gonna be a long episode.
I
gotta.
No, this is your episode. I knew it was your
We
episode.
said that last
I
week.
completely forgot. I don't know it. So
Fuck.
they're going ape shit. Right? And I can see like they have like money in their hands, right?
Oh.
Because so the drag queen will come out, do a little dance and lip sync and do all this shit. And as they're walking by, they're taking the money from their hands. So I'm like, okay, like that's how they're getting their tips. Cool. So they're walking around, do, boop, 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 boop. Now this drag queen was a decently sized man. Like I'm not gonna say he was like 6'2", but he had to be like at least like 5'10", 5'11".
Yeah.
And he
looking like a man.
he looking like a man. But again, right? But what got me, Bim, right? They would come out in like one outfit that was kind of like big or like whatever it was, and then they would strip that off and go into the next song and they turn up, right? And so they would go around the room, and of course they come to our side, and so as they come in closer, my eyes are like, holy shit! Like this is what they do, like, but like a commitment, like they're dancing and their lips, they're twirling and they're doing, and he's killing it. Right? like Jen.
Yeah.
He was moving very well. Like Jen, I don't want you to think, oh, you've seen this already. Oh, because you watched the show.
Oh, yeah.
Have you seen this in person?
Because I live in real life.
Have you seen it in person?
No, not in person.
You gotta see it in person.
I don't.
Okay. So I don't want you to think that I'm only talking to Bim here, because I'm talking to you too. So here's my first really big shock of the night.
Oh, it happened yet.
It was my first big shock.
And first, not
because stupid Darren is like, holy shit, like they're being feminine and they're dancing and moving in a very sexy way, and they're doing all this shit and like they're doing a lot, Bim, like killing a lot, like killing it, right? So he gets back towards the stage, and again, my eyes are huge. I'm looking around. I just cannot believe what I'm like. I'm like, wow. And the guy, without warning, without like wind up or anything, cartwheel, boom. Now, here's what my first thought was like, how did this grown man do a cartwheel without any wind up or anything? And I could tell he's a grown man because when he came on the other side, it was like, boom, like it was like wait to his like cartwheel land, like, you know. So it's like, because you know, like a woman, she does a cartwheel. It's like, yeah.
It's going on there.
Listen, because like if Jen would have stayed up and do a cartwheel, like
No,
she would
I would
land.
not.
I know you wouldn't, but if you were she would land kind of softly or just not so heavy, right? This one was like boom, like stand on my own too, like boom, that's that, like.
Oh my God!
So I'm like, wow. Wow, my eyes are huge. Ask Julissa if you really want to get the lowdown.
Just put everybody in it.
Julissa was, she's
just leave everybody out of your story there.
No. Julissa was there. She had a good time. She could not. She said the best part of the show was my reactions because I couldn't believe what I was. They move so well, Bim.
You know what I love? Real quick, I'm sorry, Jen. This reaction, right? Because we've seen drag stuff before.
Yeah.
If you watch The Star Is Born,
In
if you
person?
watched, not in person though, but seeing it and seeing that they're serious and RuPaul's drag show and all that stuff, I kind of have an idea.
Yeah.
But I would want this kind of reaction from
Just
not
pure.
knowing anything about
I can't
anything.
imagine.
I'm jealous.
Going
actually.
into something just pure blind like that.
I was
Anything.
blinded. So
wow.
So
A surprise.
now I'm like, wow, and you know. So
He had his hands all on his hips. He said, "Wow,
wow, we." So give it up for blah 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 blah. And again, as she's
He said
walking
the
through,
crowd goes ape shit.
she's grabbing money.
Did you tip?
So here's what I got. Another interesting point in Darren's mind. By the third woman, I see even people at our table, Stacey was giving them ones and stuff like that, and I was like, oh, I could give them ones. But my stupid Darren male mind was like, I can't throw ones like at a strip club, right, Ben? Because that's not how you do it. That's not how anybody's doing it here. But stupid Darren wants to like just throw ones at them. I don't want to get kicked out.
Oh dear.
So I was like, so in my head it was like a 4-way stop sign that I didn't know what to do with. It was like.
So you just kept the money you ain't tip.
So no. So a couple times what happened is like I would have the one or the couple dollars, and they just in being in the moment they just didn't see it, so they would walk right by me or go grind up on somebody else, and cool. So now by the fifth dancer, I'm not gonna say I'm completely used to this, but I'm still shocked. But I'm like, okay, I get the gist of it. They come on an outfit,
Okay.
I was like, the fifth
because it's like they all did something kind of different.
Right.
He's like, ooh, cartwheel. Okay, I'm ready for the next one. I'm ready for the next one.
Okay, not cartwheel this time. Split, like hard split.
Oh.
Okay, all
right,
right.
right.
All right,
So
next-
now-
I'm ready for the next one. Next one. Ooh, wow. Okay.
Wow. Thank you.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
you saw it.
So it took 5 of those.
It took 5 of those for me to really get like, okay, now we're cooking
right.
with grease,
All right. All right.
So now I'm recognizing. Now I'm kind of looking at their what they're wearing. So some of them kind of have like a fake chest. Some of them kind of have like hips, but you can tell like they're fake hips or exaggerated hips or whatever. And so now I'm like, okay, where are their balls? Right, because
no one told him.
they're wearing.
No one has told him.
No one, because they're wearing like tights and underwear and like dress things and stuff, and they're bending over, like they're being completely committed. Bim, like there's no part of them that's like, you know how stupid women dance in the club and they like they bounce in and they like pull this shit down like it's gonna make a difference.
Hey
right?
man, is he
drooling
going?
a little
Sorry. I'm sorry, but like there was not.
I legit just drooled into my scarf.
I mean to say there was none of that. Like there was no,
my mouth was
there was
dropped
no
open.
attire adjustment. It was just like they were completely.
They
committed.
weren't worried about wardrobe malfunctions.
They
at
were
all.
not.
Just go. Yeah.
So now I'm like in my head, I'm like, where? I'm not looking for it, but I'm like, it's got to be somewhere. And Clarabelle looks at me. My wife knows me. She was like, it's tucked in.
You never saw a Pet Detective?
No. Oh yeah, I did.
Yeah.
But
That was a real
I'm
thing.
not thinking of that drag queen. I'm still like, okay, cool.
Okay.
Here's
Oh, here's where. Okay.
here's where another big shock of the night comes. So Dennis is next to me to my right, and so now I'm to the point where I can kind of look at my phone and kind of watch the show, and I get the gist of it. And I looked at my phone at some point, and I saw a franchise that said something to us, And I said, okay, cool. And I put my phone down. And I look at the stage, and the person that was on the stage now is being hoisted up by another random man from the audience, like doing like a bounce thing.
What do you mean bounce thing?
Like, so, again, my eyes are now taking all this in. So now my brain has to calculate how this happened. Man, this guy he was sitting over there in the crowd, so he must have somehow got to the stage, hoisted up man, other person. And then the drag queen's thing unsnapped.
Oh.
So now I'm like, so I'm like hitting Dennis, like Dennis, right? And so I'm like, oh dear, how did we get here? What happened? How this? I look away literally for 10 seconds, and I come and again, full commitment. She doesn't lose a step, or the drag queen doesn't lose a step. She pops down, she does a split, comes back up, and she kind of looks and she's like, oh well, fuck it, like keeps going, like almost like fuck it, my ball's not gonna fall out, like. There was so much I just wasn't getting. It was like, you're getting so much information and you can't, like, you're still stuck on question 2.
They're like a fire hose. Too
yes,
much.
thank you.
Yeah. Drinking from fire hose.
So,
yeah.
the positives are it was very entertaining. Like from an entertainment standpoint, it was like, like the music. I mean, they were performing like they did well, like.
Oh boy.
Everybody had a terrific time.
I bet.
And so it was like, cool, okay, cool. The last, I guess maybe was a new to the scene. Because it kind of felt like they just threw her in. Like they're like, oh, and then blah, 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 is this woman. And so it kind of reminded me of like, you could tell when a DJ's new.
Aha.
Because, so she came out with a lot of energy. It was a skinny black drag queen. And had a red outfit, and and when she turned around, like you could see like her ass, like a thong and ass. And so now in my head, I'm like, I'm seeing more than I've seen before on these other girls. So
she was thirsty.
Yes. Right? And so it came out with a lot of energy, like bouncing all around, and it was like, when you get a new DJ who's like, okay, you got like a 2-hour set.
They blow their load.
And blow their load quick.
Yeah.
The first 20 minutes, they're dropping all the heat, all the bangers. And you forget you got another hour to spin, right? So you got to pace yourself. And that's what was happening to this person. By the last minute, you could tell she was running on steam. Yeah. And so it was like, I get it. So it looks like you're new to this and stuff. And I look at Dennis, and Dennis looks at me, and I was like, okay, so with this drag queen, clearly an experience, cool. Where is that person stick? Because now she's wearing less.
Okay.
She's wearing less than. Okay, I'm sorry, Bim. She's wearing less than the other ones did, right? And I can see more. And it's not that I want to see more, but now it's like, where is it? It can't be tucked underneath in like you know what I mean? Like it can't like I am not the most fit person, but if I had to take my stuff and stuff it somewhere. I would not be able to. I don't think I'd be able to move as comfortably as all these other drag queens.
Boy.
Cool.
Oh, cool.
Show's over. Thank you for coming. Blah blah blah. My wife is extremely happy, and that's all I wanted for the day.
Of course,
she is
amazing.
happy. Had a great time. She looks at me. She's like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like,
you okay?
I have questions. Cool. As actually I guess. When she went out for her bachelor party, they went to a same show with the person that was heading it.
Oh, okay.
And they spoke to her, and they're super cool people, right? But again, stupid Darren wants to know stupid things.
Oh boy!
When you guys go to the back and you guys are all done, you guys undress. Do you guys go back to talking like men? Like.
And you asked this?
I did. Hell no, I didn't ask this. I asked Dennis. That's it.
I asked Dennis. Because of course he would know.
Dennis heard a lot out of me that I'm pretty sure at the end of the night, I texted him like, hey man, thanks for really being there today. Like
honestly, I'm glad he's there. Honestly,
if I had to do this by
Bim,
myself,
you could have been that guy, but you
think I would have helped?
It would have been really bad. Like if it was anybody else, I feel like it would have been like, okay, I'm gonna leave. Like, if you call me when you're done, right? But Dennis was right there. He had questions. He was like, "Yo, bro, like I don't know, like this shit is crazy, right?" And so I remember I texted him at the end of the night, like, "Thanks for being there, like super appreciated." And I could tell like it was still a lot for him because he didn't respond for like 2 days, right? And so, needless to say, it was an experience. I don't think I'll ever do it again.
I was gonna ask you.
I don't think I would, only because like it's kind of like to me. Granted, as I know could be very different each show. But I kind of feel like okay, I get the gist. Like,
you get it.
I get it.
Not for me.
Yeah. But still very entertaining. They did an amazing job.
Yeah.
If you're going, I mean, I feel like it's more of a lady thing or whatever.
Yes, Darren, it very much is.
But there was guys there, and they were turning up. There was one guy, I feel like he's like ready to come out. Like he's like right because one of the drag queens came towards him and you could tell he was just ready to dance because like when they came
tapping his foot trying to keep it still.
He came and they interact with you and so this one stopped and danced with him and he got out of his seat, he dropped it up and he was ready, right? So but if this is your bag, cool. Like more power to you. More power to everybody that was there. It was beautiful. It was great. I just know that I couldn't do it again because I would literally implode.
So it was like sensory overload for real.
It was, yes.
Yeah. Okay.
It just was, again, like you guys were saying, for somebody who's never divulged into that at all. Like besides RuPaul, I've never, and besides the guy on Broad Street that you see sometimes with big titties.
Oh my God! End it, Bim. Cut everything off, Bim.
I've never seen it.
I don't know where the buttons are.
Everything stays, darling.
I don't.
Everything stays, darling. There was a lot of darling flying around that day too.
He's gonna tuck this whole episode right up under his balls. It's gone.
Darling, the word darling was thrown on a lot. So yeah, that was my Sunday.
Ooh, doggy.